multiplying decimals. You've been doing multiplying decimals this year already, and you've probably done it since probably 4th grade, 5th grade. But you've been multiplying when there's a decimal in one number. Granted, your teacher last year may have taught you multiplying with decimals in both numbers, and that's okay, but you're supposed to wait till this year to technically learn it, so we're going to learn it right now. We've been doing this all year long. Maybe there was one on the tax test, don't tell me, where there was a decimal you had to work with, but don't tell me, but maybe there wasn't. But we've been working problems where there's a decimal in one of the numbers. And we've also added decimals this year. When we were adding decimals, we had to stack up the decimals, right? When we were looking at decimals, comparing decimals, we stacked the decimals, and then however the numbers ended up stacked, that was fine, and we thought money. Well, today in multiplying decimals, we do it slightly different than adding. We're going to stack the digits. You do not stack decimals in multiplying of decimals. You stack the digits. It's long lines like this. Which number do I put on top? The one that has the...
Decimal.
Nope.
Larger.
Not larger.
The one that
More digits.
Who's somebody over here? Colton?
More digits.
Has the more digits. I think that's what you meant. Maybe. But it's the number that has the most digits. 625 has 3 digits, so we put it on top. And then we ones over ones and tens over tens, etc., etc. In other words, just line up the numbers from the right, and there we go. All right? Is everybody okay with that? Line up the numbers, not the decimals. You'll see that in just a minute when we deal with some other numbers. Okay? So far, it's pretty hard. Yes, it is. Oi! Get the mult. The next thing you got to worry about is get your multiplication correct. Because it doesn't mean squat if you know where to put the decimal if you can't multiply. So don't make a mistake in your multiplication. So, Christian, 5 times 5.
25.
Thank you. Last period they said 5 times 5 was 10. And do you think I went nuts? Oh, I did. 5 times 5, 25. Carry my 2. 5 times 2.
10.
Plus 2. 12. Bring 1. Regroup 1. 5 times 6.
30.
Plus 1. No more numbers, so put the whole 31 down. Now, since we got another digit, that means I got another row. Correct? What do we do on the row? Bump over. Some people put 0, some people put X's. I put bump over. Just a little reminder. All right. 1 times 5. 1 times 2.
2.
And 1 times 6.
6.
And at this point, we add straight down. 5 and squiggly.
5.
2, 5.
7.
1, 2.
3.
3, 6. 9. All right, so get the multiplication correct. At this point, after we get the multiplication correct, we've been doing this. It's going to be slightly different when we get decimals in both numbers. Count the decimal PVs. Cocker's not writing nothing.
Oh, because I didn't have a pencil.
Ink pen, meathead. Count the decimal place values up in decimal place values. So we come up here, I see a decimal. So let's count how many place values there are. 1, 2 place values right there. Is there a decimal in the second number? No. So I've got 2 place values. What do you think this last one's going to be? Now, move from the right the number of PBs you counted and put the December in answer. So now move over from the right the number of place values you counted and put a December in your answer. How many did we count up here? 2. So from the right go 1, 2. There's where our decimal goes. Rewrite it without the loops. Do not circle that with an answer as your answer with the loops. Clean it up. 93.75 or 93 75 hundredths. Boy, this is hard. You are bored silly. So that's all right. Here we go. What are we going to put? Two, 1. All right, here we go. 2 times 8. 16 carry my 1. 2 times 0. 0 plus 1. 1. 2 times 0. 2 times 0. 2 times 0. What do you notice I'm doing? I'm not putting those zeros up there. They're not going to help me. They just confuse me. Now, if there was another different digit out here, I would put them. But since it's all zeros, don't waste my time. Y'all are smart enough to know that, right? Yes, sir. Okay. 1 time, oh, bump over. 1 times 8? 1 times 0? 1 0, 1 0, 1 0. All right. Add straight down. 6, 9. Count decimal place values. 1, 2, 3, 4. None. So from the right, move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, what do we do with empty loops? Now I'll put a couple of zeros in there. Cleaned it up. 96 10,000ths. Hard, eh? Hey. Come down here, Mary. All right. 5 and 2/10 times 6 and 13 hundredths. What I put on top? Tough one with us. The 3-digit one. 6.13 times 5.2. What did you just notice?
You misplaced the digits.
The decimals
On purpose. Because we stacked the digits, not the decimals. Now, folks, if you want to line up the decimals look at that terrible writing. If you want to line up the decimals and put zeros to make it all equal and then multiply, will you get the correct answer?
No.
Yes, you will. But you're sure adding some extra work. Because now you got an extra 0 out there to multiply and do all the stuff with. If you want to remember, hey, I'll line up the decimals on everything, whether I'm adding or multiplying, that's okay. It's just in multiplying, it could make your problem longer to work. Alrighty? But I personally like just doing that and going with it. Alright, are we? Alright, 2 times 3. 2 times 1.
2.
2 times 6.
12.
12. There's first row. Second row.
Bump over.
Bump over.
15.
15. Carry my 1.
6. 5. 6.
There you go.
30.
30. 6.
7.
7. 8.
1.
1.
3.
3. 1, 2, and 1. A total of 3 place values. So now from the right, go 1, 2, 3. Clean it up. And there we go. See how we had to count both numbers' place values to get a total. That's the difference in what we've done earlier this year to today. Okay? Pretty hard. 6, 0, 30. Bump over. 1, 0, 5. Uh-oh, I still got another number. Bump over, bump over. 1, 0, 5. 6, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1. 3, 5, 0. Nothing, 5. 1, 2, and 1. Total of 3. 1, 2, 3. Clean it up. Oi? Oi. Now, Kyoto.
Why'd you do double bump overs?
Because when you start your multiplying, notice when we multiply from the 6, our row has to start under the number that I was multiplying. Did you see that? Then when we bumped over to start multiplying by this one, we had to bump over down here, so our first multiplication will be underneath that digit.
Oh, okay.
Then for the third row, the number I'm multiplying by is out here, which is 2 spaces out there, so I got to go boom, boom to get underneath it when I start my multiplying. The 2 bump over. And if I had another number right here, guess what? I'd have another row, and it'd be bump over, bump over, bump over, depending on how many digits there are. Okay? Good question. All right, now what do I do on this one right here? That's a what? What's this? Word problems. Because guess what the tax test was? So we might as well start preparing for next year's tax test, right? So here's a tax-like problem dealing with this stuff. So Early, go with it.
Mr. Burke was building a shed and he had 13 2x4s left over
Start over. No, start over. You guys all confused now.
Mr. Burke was building a shed and he had 13 2x4s left over that were 3.75 feet long each. What's the total length of his scrap lumber he has left over?
You put an extra "the" in there again.
Did?
Yes, you did, right here. Well, that's all right. Maybe we understand what's said. All right. There is a common sense way we could work this. What is the common sense way? Nope. 3.75. There's one piece of wood left over.
Plus.
Another piece. Another piece. And I keep writing these down until I have how many of them? And then I could add them up. Common sense, I could do that. That's sure a lot of numbers to add up. Is there an easier way?
Multiply.
Yeah, multiplying. Let's shorten this bad boy up. Each piece is 3 7/75 feet long, and he has 13 of them. Agree? And so multiply them. 3, 5. 15 carry 1. 22 carry 2. Oh, someone's about to say 6, and I'm going to slap them. 3 times 3 is 9. You heard them go, didn't you? I think Brother Ron over there was about to say 6 too, because he was yelling 8, I think. Oh, Colton yelled 8. Sorry, Ron, I accused you wrongly. Please forgive me. All right. Bump over. 5, 7,
3,
3,
5,
5,
7,
7,
8,
8,
4,
4, 1, 2, none. So 2 place values. 1, 2. Clean it up. 48 and 75 hundreds. Very good. Very good. Kill it, girlfriend.